Fight!
Okay, everybody, welcome into the next episode of MKAU Gaming's podcast. We are up to season 6, episode 7. We have a brand new face and a brand new host. This is my first time hosting an episode. I'm Paulie Kwan, and we've got a new guest as well, Mr. Lincoln X. How are you going today, sir?
I'm doing very well, thanks, guys.
And what have you been playing, sir?
What I've been failing at lately with the boys, just running around trying out the beta. Thanks, shout out to Subby for the keys, but rocking that and giving that a go. So that's been the primary play at the moment.
You having fun with Black Ops 6, mate?
Absolutely, man. That Omni movement has made a sweaty game even sweatier.
And we've also got Mr. Sub-Zero 2K here as well. Scorpion's a better character, by the way. I'm sorry to say that. But he has also been
last time
playing...
hosting, good stuff.
Yeah, this is my last time I ever host the show, aren't I? Also, you've been playing the Black Ops 6 beta.
Yeah,
as well.
I've only been playing. I think that's all I've been playing lately is a bit of COD.
Yep.
I haven't even played much Siege or anything that I usually play.
Is it because I think the beta ends very soon as well?
I think it ends today. I think it's already finished, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's finished.
Open beta for everybody, so everyone can join in as well. Check out the new Omni movements, how fast-paced it is. Some cool new maps. I really enjoy what I've played so far.
I think the only map I'm not enjoying is Scud, I think it's called. With the satellite dish one, it sucks.
Yeah, we played together on that map that night, and that took away our fun.
I've had some good clips on. I've had some good clips on there, but I'm just not a fan of the map. But the other maps are good. So far, I'm enjoying it.
I think my favorite map's the video store one.
Yeah, I didn't get to play on it too much.
Oh, really?
They added it. They added it at the end of the weekend, and then I've been at work since, so I haven't had a chance to play it.
Busy man, Subby has been, and then of course, we haven't forgotten him at all, Mr. Knuckle Sandwich. How you been, sir? What have you been playing?
It's mostly review related. Just submitted my review for Castlevania Dominus Collection 2 hours ago of this recording. And then before that I had Dustborn on PS5, and that I wasn't aware that got a lot of controversy for being woke or whatever.
Have you seen all the comments on Twitter that you've been tagged in?
Yeah, because it comes with my notifications, and I'm like, I know they're trolling, but I can only just go from my own personal experience, and that the way I wrote it is my own personal experience. So, and I just got different views on certain things. But yeah, they had that game, and at the same time also had Star Wars Outlaws, and it was pretty busy during that time. But I managed to get players enough of both of them, and then submit those reviews, and then also a couple of movies. I did Beetlejuice on the weekends. Mm-hmm. That was a lot of fun.
Me and Sammy went to Movie World to the premiere.
Yeah,
it was good.
Got treated some ice cream and Beetlejuice themed ice cream, popcorn, and stuff like that. It's a big extravagant event, and I saw the review got published not long ago, and and also I saw last night I watched was it Speak No Evil with James McAvoy. It's a remake of a Danish film. And I'm under embargo, so I can't say much about it, but I watched a bit of some scenes from the Danish one, and I think the Danish one is a lot more effed up in comparison. Also, there's a lot of differences too, so it's not just a one-for-one copy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was definitely an interesting film. It definitely just draws you in, and just holds your attention, and you find out what happens next. Aside from review stuff, just playing Tekken 8 whenever I can, and try to get up the ranks, and play on a friend's stream every Saturday morning. Viper Fox, shout out to her, and because she has a lot of Tekken players, just play for fun in a lobby. And another game, an old game actually, Kingdom Hearts 3, because I'm playing that for the first time, so I'm just slowly getting through the Kingdom Hearts series in time for 4, and I'm sort of playing that when I have the time, if I could find time.
Now that you mentioned Tekken 8, because you've done a few fighting game tournaments, so when are you taking home the crown for Tekken 8 for Australian tournaments, mate?
I entered back in May, and that's for BAM, the biggest. It's like the equivalent of Evo for Australia.
Yep.
And there were some like top players from Korea that came down and joined, and some from Japan as well for Street Fighter 6. And
taking
yeah,
away
there
my
are
Aussie trophies.
yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, the international guys won as expected. Yeah, one more first match and then lost my second, went to losers bracket, lost again because it's double elimination. But the competition is really tough, and it only makes you a better player. But it's still, just being in that environment. That's why I like to be there. Like I don't expect to win, but I give them my best. And just being in that environment, watching the top players play, and even get to chat to them if you get a chance. It's always a good time. It's only my second time going, and hopefully at PAX this year I can enter the Tekken tournaments there. They're not like for big prizes and things. It's more just for fun. But yeah, if they're hosting, I'll try to join those and try. Did better than last time. Last time I actually came third out of 48 players. So, and before that I came fourth. So hopefully I can get at least second place this time. Just do one better each year.
And yeah, Tekken 8 has been a solid fighting game this year. It's probably the most solid fighting game tournament-wise. Evo, we saw the big turnout for it as well.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, well, I actually reviewed it back in January, and I was really lucky. And then that's the first game I gave a 10 out of 10. Although if it had the battle pass and stuff back then, because that came after I reviewed it, I might have blown the score a little. But for what it was at the time, it was definitely 10 out of 10 for me.
So if you want to re-review it again with the battle pass, what's the score now?
Maybe around a 9.5. It's still high. It's just the battle pass I thought was well, at the time when it was first announced, it was pretty annoying. But I think like people have just gone past that, and there are people buying the stuff as well. So shows what I know.
And that's every game now, guys. Every game you play now, battle pass everywhere. Call of Duty, Fortnite, even the sports games. The sports games have their own passes now as well. I know FC25 is going to implement a premium pass for it when it comes out. Even NBA started it last year as well. It's just every game you play now, there's always a pass for everything now to unlock more gear. I think, you know what, they're doing it so, to make players play more just to get certain skins and stuff like that as well. But the Tekken pass, it's pretty grindy. I've seen as well too. Unless you pay for it, then boom, you jump up to the next level as well.
Yeah, it's I think it does look like fun. It's just that the money part of it is I'm not too fond of.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to just play without it. And it doesn't affect everything else the game does right. It's more like just a cosmetic thing. It's not really necessary.
Okay, let's move on to the next thing. So we've just had Gamescom 24 just happen. Anything anybody saw? Subby, I'm going to start with you first. Anything interests you, mate?
Probably Borderlands. Probably, I don't know. A lot of the stuff they showed, it was games we already knew about, but they showed some new gameplay, I guess.
Yeah.
But Borderlands was announced, and the new Mafia was probably the two that stood out for me. Yeah, but we didn't get to see anything though.
No, neither.
I
felt Mafia should have started the show. Borderlands 4 should have ended the show.
It? Yeah,
it would have made more sense. But it was a very interesting thing to have Mafia end the show, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah, they're the only two things that I kind of walked away with that I was interested in. Everything else we already knew about.
I had to avoid the Indiana Jones because they showed more Indiana Jones. I'm like, I don't want to see more gameplay of this because I want to wait for it to come out. I don't want it to be like Watch Dogs. Everybody remember E3 2014 when they showed off Watch Dogs, and then the footage went for 15 minutes, and by the time you finally got to play it, you just lost the interest to play it after that. That's what I felt. I was like, look, if I watch any more footage of this, I'm going to lose interest playing this game. That's why I was like, yep, I have to zone out of this one.
I'm kind of the same with Indiana Jones. I'm avoiding watching more gameplay because I do really want to play that one, and I don't want to watch too much.
It got announced for PS5 as well recently. When it's meant to be an Xbox exclusive. So
it's not exclusive anymore.
Not
Yeah.
exclusive anymore. I think Bethesda, they as they mentioned, Elder Scrolls, when the new one does come out, it will be on both PlayStation and Xbox as well. They've already said that as well. So I think Indiana Jones being on PS5 is it time? How long is the time exclusive? Like a few months or is it a year? I recall. I can't remember.
I
But I
think
know,
it's
Or Indiana
not too long.
Jones.
yeah, because they said 2025 is what they said. So I'm assuming it could be a year exclusivity or something
Yeah, I'm
maybe.
not too sure.
Yeah.
Has to be
How
at
about
least 12 months then.
Mr. Lincoln? Was there anything that caught your eye at Gamescom 2024?
I wasn't really following it, but having a look in preparation for today,
Hmm.
actually something did catch my eye, which is right up my alley. So I'm a big Witcher fan, and Unknown Nine Awakening,
Yep.
as an action
Oh, yeah.
adventure, that is like not going down the main path, but then almost like main character side quest mission. That's something I think I'm gonna be. I think yeah, I'll be streaming that one in the near future, but that's something that I have to sort of do on my own time. Whereas I tend to stream multi-stream with a group of guys, so it's going to be my own little side quest for that one.
All right.
Hey,
Knuckles?
Paulie, what about the Atari they announced?
The Atari? Oh, looks good. Looking forward to it.
Did you
But
buy the last one?
no, I missed out, sir.
I got it. Pretty sure.
You know what it was for me? It was Jingle All the Way. I missed out, so I tried every shop. It sold out, yeah, so I couldn't get one at that time because I think I told you about it, and your local shop had it. I'm like,
It did. It had
lucky,
one left. Yeah.
lucky man. You were a very, very lucky man. So I had to go through the Jingle All the Way. But I went empty-handed. But luckily, they're re-releasing a new one. I made sure to pre-order it this time. Okay, Mr. Knuckles,
Mr.
Um,
Knuckles.
your turn to step up, mate.
Well, the stuff that stood out to me the most isn't as big of a deal for everyone else, I think. But
Mm,
well, there was a Terry Bogard gameplay trailer that was on the
yeah.
pre-show, not on the actual show,
What is
which
it?
I find weird, but I'm not complaining. And yeah, he looks really good. I'm keen to try him out when he gets released. I think that's actually really soon.
Yes, it is.
Um,
September 23rd, I recall, the same day as the Mortal Kombat DLC.
Yeah, that's the second time it's happened. Oh no, that was actually the last time it was a Tekken and Mortal Kombat character
Yep.
release. Yeah, Mortal Kombat's got some good timing.
Yeah.
And then in the actual show there was the Mai Shiranui trailer for Fatal Fury Seed of the Wolves, and so the whole no Mai no buy meme isn't. Yeah, I mean everyone can rest assured that Mai is available, and with the original costume too as an option.
So with that game, I sorry I have to cut you off there. I'm a bit
Yeah.
annoyed. I was hoping that would come out this year, not next year, because I was like, man, they've showed off so much stuff for it, and then the date comes up, April 2025. I was like, man, that's a
24th,
long
yeah.
way. Yeah, I was like, that's a
It's
long wait.
the character. The roster doesn't look complete yet. Like there's a fair few,
No,
but I think it's like 30 from memory, 32 characters, and
32, yeah.
that's including some DLC. I think. Also
Mm.
got that wrong. So they haven't revealed the full roster yet, and there's also still.
What is this
And
for?
they've been doing Fatal Fury, a fighting game. Like
Yeah, so
if you're King of Fighters, Fatal Fury was one of the games that's got brought into it by SNK, and I think they're still doing playtests, so like Evo and like other events, and Gamescom included, and so I think they're still trying to get make sure everything's good and finish off the rest of the characters before the release. But yeah, even if waiting a while for that, we still got a bunch of other fighting game collections. That's pretty exciting.
how excited are you for those, man?
Yeah,
See, Capcom versus NSK. I lost everything when I saw that Nintendo direct a few weeks ago. As soon as I saw the
last week.
the Ryu logo from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I'm like, no, this can't be real. This can't be real.
Yeah.
This cannot be real. And then I heard the Capcom Presents. I absolutely nearly flipped my table because I didn't think we would see it again in a million years. And then
a lot of people have been losing their minds over it, and
Oh,
myself included. Like the Marvel vs. Capcom one is the one that shouldn't happen, but it somehow happens.
It's
Especially
happening.
because
Yeah.
Marvel, Disney, and the whole thing, but they've managed to make it happen. And I thought like this is as good as it's gonna get. Then I saw Capcom vs SNK 2, and then like Power Stone and Plasma Sword, Project Justice, and a few other games, and like they're all in one package with 8 games. So like this is just getting better and better.
Or 7, as
And
some would say. 7 minus
yeah,
1.
yeah, one doesn't. I mean,
It-
it's part of
what?
history, but it was a slap together
Yeah.
Mugen-esque game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I saw those reels, and they were wild. I didn't expect any of that to happen, but yeah, couldn't be more happy.
I
Um,
might be more happier too, mate. Like you and
yeah,
me, fighting game fans, it was a great announcement that day as well. I
yeah,
thought the Capcom versus NSK announcement was amazing. I didn't
yeah,
expect it to be so soon. That's what tripped me out.
yeah. I think well, Capcom vs SNK, that's 2025. There's no release date yet, but
No, yep.
but next week we'll get Marvel vs. Capcom collection, and that's gonna be a big deal.
And a physical release in November as well too.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll definitely. Well, unless if I'm not reviewing it, I'll buy it day one and just play the hell out of it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, with Gamescom and like other ones that stood out to me, there was Dragon Ball Sparking Zero that also got a release date revealed in December, I believe. And Marvel Rivals. I'm interested to try it out. I'm not getting my hopes up about it, but I think I've heard good things about it. That's getting released in December, and plus a shirt of Captain America and Winter Soldier. So we'll see what happens. I think it's free to play, so I won't lose anything if I download it.
Mm-hmm.
And also Monster Hunter Wilds is looking really good. Haven't decided if I will buy it yet because it's more fun to play with friends, and I just want to make sure I can have people to play with. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that one's looking really good. Monster Hunter Worlds I really enjoyed. So, and I skipped Rise, but this one has crossplay and stuff, so there'll be a lot of people to match up with. So, we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Paulie?
Me? I think no. Sammy just said everything I wanted to say. I was more excited to see that Mark of the Wolf sequel trailer. The pre-show showed everything I wanted to see. So
yeah.
But what was it? There was a game that I didn't have any interest in, but now I do, which is Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2. I didn't like the first one. I'll be honest with you. I just thought it was a Gears of War ripoff. I didn't enjoy it as much. But then I was like, man, I'm not gonna bother with this game. And then I saw the footage of it being played at before the Gamescom press conference. I was like, okay, that looks intense. That looks good. That looks like fun. And there's a horde mode I can play with, and it's crossplay as well. So I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm gonna get that now. I'm gonna give it a second chance. I didn't bother finishing the first one because I didn't like it very much, but seeing the second one, that the intense gameplay, I'm like, count me in. Blood, gore everywhere. I'm like, yep, put me down. September 6th for the gold edition, and September 9th when it comes out. I'm like, yep, I'm in. That's all I could say. You pretty much discussed what I wanted to say. The Mark of the Wolf sequel trailer. That's it.
Just on Space Marines 2, our review will be up tomorrow morning at 4 a.m.
4 a.m. There you go, people. 4 a.m. If you want to find out who's reviewed it.
Ash did.
Okay.
White
Find out.
White Tire. What's his name? White Tire Tiger.
White Tire Tiger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been playing and reviewing it, so it'll be up in the morning.
Be up in the morning at 4 a.m. Okay. Next.
Something like that. Pretty early.
All right, so Twitch subs are going up in prices in October, so there's going to be a price increase on the mobile devices. Do you think it will affect people subscribing to their favorite, content creators because of the price? Because Android and Apple want a bit of the extra money on it as well. What do you guys reckon? I'll start off with you, Mr. Sammy.
Say Sammy or Subby?
No,
Sammy.
Sammy, right?
Yeah.
It sounds similar.
Mr. Knuckles.
Mr. Knuckles, or Mr. Knuckles this time.
I mean, it doesn't affect me too bad because I've never actually subscribed to anyone. I just usually get gift subs. If for the ones I follow.
Yep.
And if I just hang around long enough in the chat, I get a gift subbed anyway. But yeah, I feel like with mobile device or Android and iOS, if there's trying to get extra money out of it, doesn't seem necessary. It's not like they have any shortage of money anyway. I think if people are smart enough, they'll just go through a web browser, or just do it on the computer, and they save a bit of money and just get a subscription that they want, and all they're doing is saving a bit of money and not sending it to Apple or Android.
Yeah.
No.
So a lot of creators, what they've done is they've linked to the desktop website, so that way that they can sub off the desktop website instead of using the mobile. Because as I said, the mobile is costing a lot more now, and it's getting an increase.
Because it's matching the web price, but with Apple and Google
Android
Play's percentage on top. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Lincoln, your take?
Yeah, I was having a bit of a think about this one and how. So say you sub desktop, right?
Yeah.
But you got the app on your phone anyway.
So yeah.
So you're linking. So how do you then say you go to watch your streamer on your phone through your app?
Yep.
Does that mean that you then don't have access to sub features whilst you're watching on the app? Like how are they going to manage that? Or is it only if you get a subscriber through them watching and they find you on the app version? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're already subbed to someone that you picked up through desktop, and then I'm subbed to subby. I'm not saying that 10 times fast. Then you then I get a notification you go live, so I open it up on my app and I'm watching you while I'm out and about. Does that mean that I lose my access to subscription benefits?
No,
so
nothing changes. But nothing changes between the two at all. So all it is see, at the moment, people have been kind of cheating the system a little bit by going to the mobile, because the price on the sub prices went up a little while ago through the web browser. So people, there's been this little bit of a gap now where people are going back to the mobile. Usually the mobile's dearer, but it never went up in price. So you could go to the mobile app and do your subscribe. Just give them your sub, whatever, and then you can just watch them wherever you want. Nothing changes. You don't lose or gain any additional benefits what platform you're watching on. But people were for a short time just subbing on the app because I think it was a little bit cheaper. Is that right, Paulo?
Yeah.
Since the price increase, yeah. Now what they're doing is they're matching the mobile pricing to the web pricing, but the platform, Android, Google Play, and Apple have put their percentage on. So everything that gets sold through their store, they get a cut out of it. That's why Fortnite and Epic and Apple was in that lawsuit, because they didn't want all their in-app purchases to be jacked up even further, so they handle it themselves. But yeah, no. What your question is, no, you don't lose anything. It's just where you go to give them that sub depends on how much you pay for it now.
Yeah, I don't think it's really going to.
People would just go and find that if people will either stop subbing altogether because that's what they want to do, or they'll just go and make sure the subs on the on the web.
If you're building and growing your audience as a streamer and you're sharing your content through, Reels, TikToks, those kinds of things, and you're linking, like you were saying, Paul, you link for someone wants to go check you out, and that link is to a web browser version, dragging them through to opening a web browser on their phone anyway, and then they can subscribe from there if they want to. I think all in all, is it a bit on the nose? Sure. Is it going to be a non-event? I think so.
Yeah, I think until they jack it up again, then it might.
Oh yeah, if they push the overall prices up across the board,
Again,
I think already enough. It's kind of at a price point.
I mean, it's pretty pricey. It's like $12
Yeah.
Aussie dollars
Aussie
Yeah.
dollars.
just to
So-
subscribe to you're
Twitch
only
channel,
subscribing to support someone, aren't you? But it's starting
Correct.
to be like, I'd rather, to be honest, like Paulie's pretty fun to watch and all, but I'd rather spend my $12 on Netflix. I don't know.
But I think what they could end up doing is if they push it too far, which is the underlying that's the elephant in the room and the underlying of the question, right? Is that if they push it too far, what they'll end up doing is really encouraging streamers not to subscribe, but to actually just more. I don't want your subscription. Donate.
Yeah,
And
well,
then-
they're already doing that.
Yeah, and
They're
then
doing-
also pushing streamers over to other platforms as well, because where the money lies for a streamer, if you're going to make a career out of it, whether it's a hobby or whether it's a full-time job or however it is that you're going to run your setup, it's about quantity, right? So especially if you're going to that length where it becomes your full-time job, the more expensive you make it, especially when, like at the moment times, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in Australia, we've got a sort of a housing crisis and things like that. People
it's
are
the
really,
worst.
you're looking at every dollar, right? So the more they jack that up, the more people are going to be like, love you, bro, unsubscribe. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So people are going to get creative and they're going to start looking for alternate methods to be able to grow their communities and support their hobby or their life. Yeah.
Now, Subby,
What-
your take.
Well, I mean, I've said a little bit, but what I don't understand is why they don't just make it cheaper and then look at it as selling more of. You know what I mean? Like, instead of jacking them up and maybe selling less subs, make it a bit cheaper and sell more subs. Surely that works out.
Well, speaking of cheaper subs, right now Twitch has got September happening. If you
30% off, I think it is.
yeah.
That's
So
like
they've got that happening.
$7, which is what it used to be anyway for a fucking
Yeah.
sub. It's crazy.
That's right.
So
It used to be that.
stupid.
'Cause it's
So
going
stupid.
up. It's like every year I feel like it's going up by $1 each year now. It's like $1 extra, $1 extra. Yes, even though the streamer gets was it half of that or something?
It's only
I can't remember.
50-50, yeah.
50-50, yeah. Even though it's like they're getting more, but I feel like it's hurting. Sometimes as you guys have mentioned, the cost of living in Australia, like housing and stuff and everything, it's getting ridiculous. Like my rent just went up a few weeks as well. Like it's just hard to subscribe to a lot of things. Like you do want to support everybody as much as you can,
You just can't, though.
but you just can't though. It's just it sucks. But like it's like, say, as Subby mentioned, you got your favorite streamers, you want to enjoy, you want to support them, but it's just the cost of living, everything.
Well,
like
see,
even streaming service.
what I had to
going up.
do is I just cycle one around. Like I subscribe to people and then I go and cancel them all, and then I'll subscribe to a few others instead next time. And then I have my Prime, which I get for free, which I just give that to someone different every month as well.
Yep.
I can't just sub to everyone at once every month. It's just at one point it was like so much money every month. It's crazy.
So for me back then, when it was a bit cheaper, I had like 10 people that I would sub to, but ever since the cost of living, and then if that person's not streaming anymore, I'm sorry, it's because you're not streaming at the moment. I had to unsub to you, but if you come back, I'll resub again. But yeah, it's just, man, everything's going up in price these days, and it's just making it hard to, like, you want to support everybody, but as I said, it's just harder when everything's just going up all the time now.
Yeah, it's almost like gift subs are actually a little bit easier to manage. Like if you want to support them, you can just actually
Just
just
do like
gift
a
sub.
one-off. Yeah.
Like a one-off, and then it's up to that other person whether they continue that subscription or not. And you've helped support your mate or whatever. but you don't have to do it every month.
See,
especially for your core crew.
Even then, it's not really. The streamer's only getting 50% of what you just spent.
Yeah.
You may as well just spend. Donate that full amount to them. I
Donate,
guess.
yeah, donate. Yeah.
I think you will slowly, because I remember back in the Mixer days, donating was quite big, and no one really does it anymore. Like, I don't think I've had someone donate to me in years. But back on Mixer, there used to always be people donating, and I think you'll see that might change again now. So
one of the features that was missing. Mixer had some quality stuff.
Mixer was great.
It was great, yeah. Especially like as I think I said to Subby, the whole when you're playing certain games, if you're streaming and like say like if you were like the leader of in Apex Legends, they would feature your stream.
Yeah, it was called Hype Zone.
Hype Zone, yeah, it was amazing.
So any battle royale, if you were in the top 3, it would cycle between everyone's different streams. Yep. So when that person died, it'd find the next person in the top 3, and it did it in. It was pretty good the way it worked. The PUBG, Apex Legends, and Fortnite, I think, were the 3. Warzone wasn't around back then, I don't think. So.
No, not yet. No,
yeah.
It wasn't quite up there yet. Yeah, it was starting to get off the ground, but yeah, they didn't have that on.
It was a good feature. I had I played a lot of PUBG back then, so you get a lot of new faces come through and stick around. It's quite good.
So you're the guy. The guy who killed me like that, stream sniping.
I had someone comment on one of my TikToks yesterday saying that there was someone in one of my clips that I killed.
Oh.
They mentioned they commented and say, "I think you murked me." Like, did I?
So some of these TikTok videos, mate, they're getting off the ground right now. That's what I
mentioned
in the last podcast. He's been streaming from Sniper Elite to Extra Fight, and as I said, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is happening, and he's already got a few clips of that already.
I got a couple, yeah. I haven't only played over the weekend, so
yeah, he's been a busy man as well.
But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yep. Cool. All right, gentlemen. What are we? Well, we're in the last 3 months of 2024. What are you guys looking forward to for the last quarter of 2024 for video games? We're gonna start off with you, Subby.
Start off with
picking on you.
No. Let's start with the newbie.
Mr. Lincoln.
Me?
Yeah.
No. I was saving him for last.
Where's that anime buster come run me over?
I don't really know. I mean, I don't know. I was only really looking forward to playing some Outlaws, but that's already out now.
Out now, yeah. Star Wars out now.
I don't really know what else is coming out.
I mean, obviously,
is that this year though? That's this year.
December. Yeah.
Hey, Concord is good.
We'll talk about Concord too. Yeah, look, I don't know. Indiana Jones, I suppose. I don't know.
Game.
I haven't really. Just because I don't have a lot of time to play a lot of stuff, I haven't. Stalker, I was looking forward to. I don't know if Stalker's coming out this year.
It is this year, sir.
But that looks like shit, so I don't know. I'm disappointed.
Speaking of Concord, sorry, it was meant to be as a topic, but I'm gonna keep it quite short because I don't think anyone here played Concord, did they?
No one has. Has anyone had a chance to play it? It's been out for 4 days.
I got given
reviewers.
I got given a code to me. I got given a code to me 2 days ago, and I hadn't redeemed it yet. And now I just found out today that they're shutting down the servers. And then today at work, we get a nice email from head office. Hey, take down all your copies of Concord off the shelf. And if any customers have made purchases for Concord, please refund them their money back straight away.
What, do you have to contact everyone?
Well, we didn't sell any copies, so we didn't have to contact anyone.
Because I know EB had the same correspondence that they had.
Yeah. So if any customer who did buy it, because usually we ask them for their phone numbers after the sale, so that way, they can keep track of receipts. We found out we didn't sell a single copy of it, so we were good. So, and the funny thing is, they gave us like 40 copies, and it was 40 copies we didn't even sell at all, and now we have to send it back to Sony. It was just a nice email. It was like, hey guys, Sony shutting down Concord. Please take all your copies of the game and leave them in the storeroom for us to send back to Sony. I was like,
So they're
damn.
shutting that down in 2 days, aren't they?
Yeah. So the player base has dropped a lot. So I don't think it even peaked more than 200 or something, and then it just kept fading and fading, and then there was no one playing it at all. So there was no games happening. So now, Sony's pulled the plug on it as well. So
Yeah, you got 2 days to redeem the code, so go for it.
do I still get?
But what happens? What's the,
$59.95?
I've got a code as well for it, but I haven't redeemed it.
Yeah.
2 more days.
Do I get
You guys can match up with each other.
What are we talking about? Concord now, are we?
Yeah. We're just.
Yes, sir.
So what happens?
I'm just bringing it up real quick. I'm just bringing it up real quick.
Well,
it was mentioned. That's why.
So from what I understand is they're taking it offline on the 6th.
Yep.
To reconsider what they can do with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
So is this another situation like that Multiverses where it went offline for so long?
For 1 year. Yep.
And then come back?
I reviewed that.
Yeah, but is that what's going to happen with this one?
I don't think this one can remake.
This one's not coming back?
It's a different situation because Multiverses, it was never announced it was going to be offline permanently. It was just, it took it offline and then and brought it back. When I reviewed it, it was actually a beta, which I was confused by because it says beta in the title. And I reviewed it. And I rated it pretty highly back then, and then I played it recently because it's free to download. I thought I'd try it out, and I think the full release is actually worse than the beta. I feel like it's slow, clunky, and but the beta is fun when we played it together. But the official release now, the way it is now, I feel it's just very boring and clunky and just slow, and it's not what it was. Like, they improved some things, but other things it's just it's just there's no incentive to play it, even though it's full of microtransactions. Like, it's just littered with it. Like, when you finish a game, there's an ad that pops up saying like, you can buy this for this price. Buy Beetlejuice or buy this character. And
Beetlejuice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
he got announced recently.
Oh yeah.
Look at him, he's hooked. He's in.
Consider me back.
And
All I need to do is put Beetlejuice in Concord and boom.
And guess what else? You mentioned that game with the another Battle Pass game as well too. That's another Battle Pass.
But this one it's worse. It throws it in your face constantly.
Yeah.
Tekken is just it's there, but it's not a
That's a Warner Brothers thing though. Like, people complain that inside Mortal Kombat and all that they advertise in Harry Potter.
They are?
Yeah, they've got these ads in all their games now.
Yep, they're advertising it. Yeah. Speaking of which, the Quidditch one just
came out today.
Came out today as well. Yep. That's gonna. I think that's got its own pass as well. I'm pretty sure as well too. WB, you've done it again, mate.
WB, you've done it again.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I forgot the Concord thing was a topic, but I think we've cleared it out now. But yeah. Sorry guys, I've stuffed.
I don't think it's coming back.
It ain't coming back. No.
Multiverses came back, but Concord, there's no
to be honest, I still didn't even know what Concord is.
Oh look, I thought Concord was a game based out somewhere in Western Sydney, and then I found out it was a game that was like Overwatch.
So it's an Overwatch game, Overwatch style.
Yeah, it's an Overwatch style game.
There's also a band called Flight of the Concords.
Yep, and I think that would have been a better one.
What makes Concord different to Overwatch?
It was no way.
It's terrible.
Thanks, very helpful.
Okay. Yep.
I'm just speaking facts.
Yep.
Have you played it?
I mean, no, but it's.
Then you don't know. Shut up.
I mean, I read that review. Some of it.
Who reviewed it?
The MKAU review.
Who reviewed it?
Chibi did the review. I think it was Whippy who did the preview.
Yeah.
I think he could have done the review easily. I think he wanted his hands clean off that game from the sounds of it.
Well, he played the beta and it was unplayable because no one was playing.
No one was playing. Even the beta, no one was playing as well.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just had a quick look, and its all-time peak was 697.
697.
That was day one.
Right now, you got 35 people still having a crack.
Subby, let's go, mate. We've still got our
Get
codes.
those codes.
Redeemed.
Get those
Is
codes.
your code on PS5?
Yeah, it's PS5. It's crossplay regardless, anyway.
Yeah.
So Yaz gave the game a 6.
Which doesn't sound like it's. I mean, above average, I suppose.
Above average, yeah.
Which isn't saying much.
Repetitive game modes that feel too similar. Characters are imbalanced. Long matchmaking times for short gameplay experience.
Yeah,
I know she's an Overwatch fan, so she can definitely make comparisons.
Yeah.
I mean, what its store data is positive over negative reviews is running at 68.94%.
Wow.
And its owner estimation is what, 22,000, 18,000, and 9,000 between Gamerlytic, Play Tracker, and VGA Insights. So what do you got there?
So what
50,
thinking,
60, maybe 70,000 owners that they're going to have to refund, and there's only 30. You got 70,000 owners, and only 35 are playing it.
How much was it, Paulie?
that one, I'm pretty sure retailing it was $59. I think Steam.
I'm surprised. It feels like it should have been just a free-to-play game.
It should have been
with a battle
free-to-play,
pass or
definitely.
something. That's what kills all these games.
But that's the mentality, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, but previously you used to pay, what, $70-$80, and you got the full game. But nowadays, and I'm no exception to this, I would rather spend $8 here, $7 there, $5 here, $12 there over the course of 12 months, and I won't even notice it. The game makers notice it. That's why they keep doing it, because it works. Yeah.
That's what I mean, but that's what I meant before. Like a free-to-play game, and then you've got all these little cosmetic bundles like in Fortnite, whatever. Like sure, okay, you're not getting anything up front for it, but surely over time, the amount of people buying all these $4 things, $12 things, $30 bundles has to add up to way better than just selling the game at $80.
Why stick to fighting games?
Because when I buy COD, I find myself not buying bundles, but when I play Fortnite or whatever, I seem to buy a lot of stuff. It's like this weird, just mental thing.
Because you can justify it.
Yeah, it just feels.
The game didn't cost me anything.
It didn't cost me nothing, and then you say that every time for the next 8 years, spending money on Fortnite.
No, because I wanted that skin. And
now you're $600 deep.
Yeah, that's right. So instead of someone spending $80 on something, you've just got $600 out of them.
But the risk versus reward on that is the longevity of the game, right? So that I think only really works when you do get AAA, like Fortnite kind of thing. Whereas if you don't have that longevity in the game, you kind of then have to go the other route where you do the cash grab and run. But even still, I mean, it's surprising to me still that Call of Duty, like BO6, what's $150? So it's good to see that their price tag matches their download.
Yep.
That's a good one. That is true. That is so true.
I wonder whether or not, I don't know. Did
you imagine the microtransactions on COD?
Oh yeah, there'll be a lot. Yeah, as soon as they get.
I feel like they're hitting both ends, right?
Two reasons I don't buy anything in COD anymore is bundles are too expensive. They're like $30, $40 every bundle. That's half the game. And the main problem that I have with it is doesn't carry over into the other COD. So you've only got that bundle that you can use for a year.
What game? Yeah.
Not Black Ops. Modern Warfare 2, what you bought in Modern Warfare 2 did carry over to 3.
Mm.
But now nothing's carried over to Black Ops. So
Yep.
Maybe that's where Warzone has the advantage, I think.
I don't think it carries over
Overall.
into Warzone either.
No, just in regards to the game itself, like you can play Warzone for free, but there's microtransactions there, just the exact same. That's what I was saying. Like
skins,
Call of Duty's hitting it from both ends, right? They're getting you for the 150 if you want the latest Black Ops, for example. But then if you don't want to spend that money, you're still playing Warzone. You're hitting your microtransactions. So
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. If you played Warzone and you do buy microtransactions, those cosmetics don't carry over into the next Warzone.
Yeah.
That's where they go. Yeah, it's
At
like
least that's why I don't mind buying Fortnite skins or Siege skins, because everything just keeps. It's Fortnite and it's just Siege. Everything just keeps being accessible every year since 2015.
Yeah.
But no, Call of Duty, spend the $40, buddy, but you can play it for 1 year and that's it.
It's like me and the sports games. Like, you know, if you
Yeah,
play
they're no
Ultimate
better.
Team, my team, no better. Like 1 year, you only got 1 year to play with those cards, and that's it. It's gone. The next game, you can't carry those cards over.
It's so dumb.
In that game.
So dumb.
All right. Now back on track to that. Looking forward to the last quarter of 2024. Sorry, we got carried away there.
Yeah, I don't know. I was only looking forward to Stalker this year, and it looks like shit. So that's all I got.
He's letting everybody know Stalker ain't the shit.
It just looks so dated. I'm so disappointed. I loved that franchise.
Mr. Lincoln, what are you looking forward to in the last quarter of 2024, sir?
I've got a little bit of a left of field one. It's already out, rocking it with the mates. But it's called Level 0, and it's definitely sort of
Level 0.
Alien.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Alien versus Fire Squad vibes. But just waiting for more controller. They're doing little updates. It's a little free download. It's not. I think I got it for free, but it's like $12 or something. It's cheap. Little indie game, and it's absolutely brilliant. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Just a few more updates, I think, to get it going. But that's got a pretty dedicated player base currently.
When indie games take over the world, when they're doing better than the AAA titles that are being available at the moment, it's even doing better than Concord. I'll tell you that for sure. Looking at the player base right now. I just went to the Steam store and I looked at Concord. Concord is no longer available to purchase.
Wow.
I wonder if it's got to be one of those games where if you own a physical copy, it's got to be worth something.
Damn, I should have bought that. I should have bought that sealed copy at work today.
Do you have any left at work you can sell?
But
no,
I mean,
they've taken it off the site and everything now.
If it requires their servers to run, then it's just going to be like a novelty kind of item, right?
Yeah.
Just do LAN parties.
Remember the game Lawbreakers? I think it was.
Yeah.
It has a very similar issue where it lasted a bit longer than this, but
it lasted a year. Lawbreakers lasted a year. Then Epic Games took it down. It reminded me of another EA title. I think it was called Rocket Arena. I remember that one. It didn't even last a month, and then the game went from $70 and it dropped down to $10, and then it went to $5 and $2.
I have a sealed copy of Lawbreakers.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah,
of course you do. I'm not surprised.
And it's like $200 and something on eBay.
Because that game was made by Cliffy B, who made.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And I love Cliffy B, but that game I played it, I didn't enjoy it as much, so hence the reason I didn't get that one. Of course, Subby would have that game.
Limited
run. Yes, he does. It's a limited run game as well.
Did you pre-order Lollipop Chainsaw?
No, no.
I did.
Yeah, of course you did.
Certainly did.
I know there's a few you would have pre-ordered from limited run because they dropped a few the last few weeks.
They have dropped a few, haven't they? Yeah. I only pre-ordered Lollipop Chainsaw.
Well, funny thing is Australia's starting to get some of those games now because the first.
Because there's a distributor here for them now.
Yeah. So the first one we got was the Jurassic Park collection. And
that.
now we're getting the Rugrats one, which
No one
I
cares
think
about.
they gave a release date now. If anyone wants to try it out, the demo is actually available to play on Steam as well. So if you want to check that out.
Is that Jurassic Park one on Switch?
Yes, it is on Switch as well.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. I think Xbox didn't get a physical release in Australia. I'm pretty sure because Limited Run had a issue with Xbox games for a few
Jurassic
years.
Park Collection, $68.
There we go. He's already on it. Look at him go.
I might need you to send me a
Look at
link, Paulie.
I got it digitally on sale, so
If you can send me a link to the Switch version tomorrow while you're at work, that'd be great.
Of course, so even when I'm not at work, I'm selling games in the podcast as well.
Thank you very much, sir. Just give me a nice discount link.
Product placement.
All right, Mr. Knuckles, what are you looking forward to in the last quarter of 2024? We already know you're already looking forward to Terry and Street Fighter 6 already.
Yeah, there's that one, and apart
Marvel's Capcom.
the stuff already mentioned earlier, this Marvel's Capcom Fighting Collection,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Marvel Rivals. Other games. There's Epic Mickey Rebrushed, which I never played the original. I think it was on Wii.
Yes.
And it's a game I've been interested to try out. I saw this they're getting a full remake. I thought I'll just wait for this one.
It's not a bad game.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out and see what I think. And it just looks like a fun game. Something I can unwind to. In October there's an indie game I'm looking forward to. It's called Blazing Strike. It's a fighting game. It's kind of like retro themes, kind of like akin to old King of Fighters, Street Fighter games with the pixelated look and everything.
Yep.
I think it's made. Yep. Yeah, I think it's made by a small studio, and I think it's in South America. I might have that wrong, but it's called Rare Breed Games, and it's being published by Axis, I think. I'd like to review that game if the opportunity is there. But I've also pre-ordered the physical copy because it comes with an art book and stuff, which I like to collect.
Yeah.
And I mean that one's looking good. Like it's I know it's not gonna be as big as like all the other fighters, but it's another fighting game. It looks like it's a passion project, so I'm keen to try it out and maybe hopefully get it more awareness. And also in October there's Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Yeah.
Just can't tell by my net. Yeah. You just can't tell by my username or profile pic. I'm a big Sonic fan, especially Knuckles. So this one I'm keen for, and especially the Shadow levels which are being added in. They look like a lot of fun. And everything else is coming out next year.
Yep. So you mentioned Sonic Generations. I thought that was a return to form for the Sonic games in 2011. I think it came out. That was a return to form for Sonic because the last few Sonic games before that, what do we have? The Sonic with the Werewolf Sonic one, which I try to forget about.
Unleashed, I think.
Sonic Unleashed, and then Sonic Episode 4. Sonic 4. Episode 1 and 2, they weren't very good. But
they weren't the worst, but they weren't great. It's funny with Unleashed, the Werehog thing, like werewolf, like were means human, so it's human wolf. So technically it's human hog. But they got it from werewolf, and it just when you really think about it, it sounds pretty silly. But yeah, there was that. There was Sonic and the Black Knights. Sonic Colors was actually good.
Sonic Ring and the Secret Ring.
That one.
Yeah.
That one. Sonic 06, of course, and Sonic around that time, Sonic became known just for having terrible games. So it's nice to see Sonic actually have good games, for once. And so this one I'm really keen to check out, and hopefully I can review that one too. That's coming out, I think, later in October.
When you said Sonic 06, I just shivered a bit because I just remembered how bad that was.
Yeah, there was. I think it was super rushed because they had a deadline they couldn't meet, and they just had to release it as is. Yeah. But I think there was actually some fan who made a mod of it, and which actually fixed everything. Apparently that's a lot better, and that's a game we pretend never happens.
Actually, speaking of the Sonic games that you were talking about that era, I just remembered when I had to look it up just now. There was a really, really good DS game, Sonic Brotherhood: The Dark Chronicles. That was actually made by BioWare. I thought was very, very underrated. Like I had a special edition that came with a DS case box with it. It was amazing.
Is that a turn-based RPG game?
Yeah, it was really,
Yeah.
really good.
I
Very
never got to
solid.
play that. I watched a friend stream it, and it looks like aside from having a terrible soundtrack,
Yeah.
well, now second worst. Steve Aoki has the worst Sonic soundtrack now. But god awful performance, but yeah, it looks fun to play. Plenty of characters in there.
Yep. All right. Now the bonus question. I'm gonna save you for last, Mr. Lincoln, because I know you've got a big list for this. I'm gonna start with Mr. Knuckles. What's your
Mr.
favorite?
Knuckles.
I hope you like a new name now. I'm calling it that now. Mr.
Yeah, I've had worse.
Oh wow.
Man, I mean, I've also got Fuckle Sandwich. That's a good one.
I wouldn't do that to you, mate. I wouldn't do that to you. You're too nice for that, man. I wouldn't do that to you, mate. What's
Couldn't
your favorite
afford
movie
him.
game? What's your
Work that
favorite
out
movie
later.
game? What's your favorite movie game, mate?
I mean, there's a bunch. I mean, I think the biggest one is Spider-Man 2 on not the one that came out on PS5 recently,
Yep.
but the
I
original
know what's
Spider-Man 2 that's based on the movie with Tobey Maguire.
the
Because
Activision one. Yep.
yeah, and because this one it's like the most authentic Spider-Man experience you can have. You can be on the ground, you can swing buildings, you have more control over your webs and do tricks and stuff. And plus, it added more than what the movie had, and it was just the overall just really fun game. But the main thing is just you really feel like that you are Spider-Man, and that's the first game to ever do it. And then the games since then haven't done it as well until the Sony Spider-Man games,
Yes.
1 and 2, and Miles Morales.
Yeah.
But that was the first true authentic Spider-Man experience, not just playing a character has some of the powers and something generic. But yeah, I thought that was really well done. And even though it's a movie tie-in game, it's actually one of the best movie tie-in games of all time. And
Even the first one was good. I thought the first one was good on Xbox as well. The very
yeah,
first Spider-Man movie game, it was really good on Xbox because you got to
yeah, I
play
thought
multiple.
yeah, I played that one too, and I had a lot of fun with that just because I was superhero movies were like on the rise at the time, and and that game was good for what it was. But then the second game was the one that really blew everything else out of the water. And other movie games, this one's discontinued, but Friday the 13th, the multiplayer game.
I wish
And
they had more. I wish they
more
had more
recent
of a
one?
chance. Yeah, I wish
I
they had more of a
hated
chance.
that game. It's so
no, that
shite.
came. I liked it because it was a passion project. It was made by a tiny studio, and the only reason it got discontinued because I think some upper management or stuff they got wind of it, and it's sort of like you can't do this anymore.
So
And
what happened
yeah.
was sorry to cut you off there. So what happened was that that was one of the problems. The other problem was the original producer of Friday the 13th, Sean S. Cunningham, sued Gun Studio for the likeness of the game as well. So hence the reason that's what happened as well. He was the original director for the first Friday the 13th movie, and of course, because he saw one of those, oh, the game's doing really well. I want more money out of this. You got to give me more money now. I'm giving you all this. Yeah, that's what happened as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame that one's gone. I think it's still alive, but in LAN parties and stuff. But hopefully we'll see the game again one day. I mean, the modded, I think it's not. But the game still exists in some way, like
I think
playable.
it's only alive for a few more months, and then they're shutting it down completely. Because right now, what they're doing is they're giving so they've given everybody all the all the stuff that you paid for. It's all free now. So all the the executions and cosmetics, they're all free now. So what they've done is everything is free to use now.
Should probably look into it and see if I can re-download it.
Yeah. Oh, who knows? If you got an Xbox, we can try and find one another. Just need another 6 more people.
Did you guys play
PS4 version?
Did you play the other ones, Sammy? The Evil Dead? Was it Evil Dead?
No, I haven't played any of the others. Friday the 13th is one of the very few horror games I've ever played.
Evil Dead and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new one. That's a lot better.
No, I haven't touched those. I haven't had the time either.
Texas is made by the same team that
Yeah.
made Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
It was good. I liked that one.
Yeah. Texas had some brutal executions as well.
I think it was Evil Dead. Wasn't the other one Evil Dead?
There was Evil Dead as well, yeah, but
That didn't last long either.
That didn't last long. It had a good concept, but it didn't last very long, unfortunately.
And one more movie game, which I don't think anyone would expect: Aladdin on the Super Nintendo.
No,
'cause-
no. I'm not surprised by you, even though
Yeah.
this is the first time I'm meeting you, because I
Yeah.
know you're a fighting fan, and also because that's a Capcom game. I'm not surprised at all that you
I actually
mentioned
forgot it was a
Miranda.
Capcom game, but I
And
just because I was a big fan of Aladdin when I was a kid, and I was like, yeah, so maybe I watched on repeat a lot. And the game itself was actually a lot of fun.
yeah,
Like as a platform, side-scrolling platform game, and the Mega Drive version is also good, but I think the Super Nintendo one was better.
so yeah,
And I've got the that collection with that and Lion King on the Switch, so I might. And I couldn't beat it because the final boss is like impossible, but I might
oh
go
yeah,
back and try and beat it.
you can rewind feature it, mate. You can rewind feature it. Just remember that.
Even then, it was impossible. I didn't know what to do, and I looked it up and on YouTube, and like I don't know how the guy's doing it, but
So
I might try and beat it one day and get closure finally.
so that game, you know, Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil, worked on that game. He worked on the Super Nintendo version.
Huh.
Yeah, he worked on that. Yeah, he worked on that. All right, Mr. Subby, you're up
Well,
to the plate. What is your favorite movie game, sir?
I don't play a lot of movie games because they're normally not very good, but I did mind Mad Max.
Mad Max. Yeah, Mad Max was
It
good.
was a good game.
Very
There's also
underrated.
RoboCop. You love that one.
Yeah, RoboCop last year.
Oh,
Yeah, come on,
yeah,
man.
okay. I forgot about
You had
RoboCop.
fun. You had fun with that. I
Oh,
remember.
that's the one I was expecting to hear.
No, that's a
Yeah.
good point. That was a good game.
Yeah,
Weren't they doing another one? Another game?
I'm hoping they do because that RoboCop game was
I haven't
solid.
heard anything.
Yeah.
Terminator. What were they doing? Another Terminator?
No, they're doing I think was it Terminator? I'm pretty sure or something like that. I can't.
Terminator
'Cause, no,
Resistance. Everyone hated that one, but I didn't mind it.
so if you
It's
played the
pretty good.
PS5 version and Series X version, they
Yes.
actually fixed a lot of the game.
Yeah,
They've
okay.
actually made it better. A
What's
lot
the other
better.
one they're doing? You
What's
told
the
me
other
about
big-
this.
Oh, I'm trying to. I can't remember now, but it was a major game.
RoboCop.
Major, yeah. After RoboCop, there was
After
something else. I
RoboCop.
can't remember. I have to look into it.
Anyway, yeah, Mad Max was one that came to my mind because I don't know, I just don't play movie games. Not my
I thought
thing.
you would have. I thought you would have said Street Fighter the movie game.
No, it sucks. Sucks
That's
big
one of
time. The only other games like way back in the day, I've played things like Ghostbusters, but I'm talking about like Nintendo getting way back in the day.
Yeah.
Lots of movie games. I've got heaps. I've got Demolition Man. I got Demolition Man on the Mega Drive.
Yep, that's a great game. He's look back and forth, back and forth. What movie game do I have?
I got Ghostbusters on the Atari. I got Ghostbusters on the NES.
Going back, he's turning back and forth, seeing what movie games.
Back to the Future. I've got them on the Master System. Like back then, I played a lot, but lately, more recently. Mad Max, RoboCop. That's about it. I didn't play much of the one that Lincoln was talking about with. He'll obviously bring it up in a minute. The Alien one. I didn't really play that.
Yeah, Fireteam Elite. Yep.
What?
Is it Fireteam Elite? The Aliens Fireteam Elite game. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was on Game Pass for a while. I remember as well too.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, you didn't even play it when it was on Game Pass. No.
No,
Okay.
man.
He didn't enjoy his movie games.
No, not a no. If it's not Siege, I don't play it.
All right, Mr. Lincoln, it's your time to shine, sir. You said you had a list. Is that right?
I had a list, but I've culled it. I've culled it down to two.
No, you can go a third one.
Go ham, mate.
Nah, I'll be here all night.
It's all right, man.
So
Always got
my two picks. Older one was Predator Hunting Ground.
Mhm.
Just being a solo player against a whole other team, and being able to. I think the comms made it really interesting. It's where you can actually hear, if you get close enough, you can actually hear the fire team talking to each other.
Yep.
And yeah, obviously hearing them scream when you scare the buggery out of them is always a lot of fun. And then most recently, Jedi Fallen Order. Obviously a solo game, so you don't kind of have that interaction or group play. But I quite like the series. you know, it's another side quest game and it's not mainstream. And but I think they did really, really well on the two that I've played so far. I've pumped hours into those. But I'm a big Star Wars fan, so yeah.
Have you given Outlaws a go yet, mate?
No, I haven't given Outlaws a go yet.
And you call yourself a Star Wars fan?
Only so many hours in the day, man. I can't do
Tell
them all.
me about it.
I can quit my job, then I could do them all. My wife won't be happy, but I'll do them.
No, I don't want that on you, mate. All right, so for me, one of the favorite movie games. The movie was not very good, but the game made up for it. I think the Wolverine's Origins game on the Xbox 360 and PS3, because the Wii version they had to tone down the violence, but the PS3 and 360 you actually see Wolverine rip people apart, which you don't see in the movie. And the game was almost close to the movie as well, but actually it made it even better than the movie. It's weird saying the game is better than the movie as well. And another one, I mean, who could forget, man? The one of the best movie games ever made, GoldenEye.
I was gonna mention GoldenEye, but I thought it was a little bit too easy.
Oh, everyone's mentioned that too much. I'm like, man, you gotta mention GoldenEye as well. That was really solid. I mean, you know, before the internet took over with multiplayer gaming, we had good old, you know, you go to a mate's house, have 4 controllers set up on the TV, or if sometimes one of them might have a projector. You remember those days, going to a mate's house and playing it in person, not like, you know, all separated and then we're online playing together. Those were the days as well, and screen cheating on that was pretty funny as well too.
Yeah.
I was a bit annoyed with the the Xbox version not having that proper multiplayer as the Switch version did. If only Xbox had the proper multiplayer online, that would have been perfect because it had the perfect controls for it. Because, you know, playing with the N64 C stick, oh, that was a fun time. Sometimes to this day, I don't know to this day, has anyone ever figured out how to hold the Nintendo 64 controller properly? Has anyone ever figured it out?
Yes.
What's the best way to hold it?
With
usually
your hands.
the center part is for your left hand. It's never held the traditional way, and same with the controllers that came after in the future consoles.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm still trying.
Nintendo was weird.
Yeah, it was. Still trying to figure out that N64 control. Like, luckily, when you play the wrestling games, they're much more easier to play with. You just get, you know, because you got the D-pad and stuff like that, and you just remember the stick whenever you got to do the finishing move. Then you use the C stick.
Yeah, there was also Killer Instinct Gold was on it, so that you can play the normal way as well. I think the Yoshi game as well.
Yeah,
from memory, yeah.
All right. Anyone's got any final words before we wrap it up? You know, as some of you guys do stream on Twitch, Subby, where can we see you at live in action with your
twitch.tv/Paulie.
Don't promote me. I'm not a good streamer. Don't go to that channel. Don't go to that channel. He just talks.
Twitch.tv/Mr. Lincoln X.
Mr. Lincoln X. Also, Knuckles, where can we catch up with you? You don't usually stream, but we know you're on X. Where can we see you at, sir?
It's most of the accounts. It's Knuckles Sandwich _ because so many other people already claim that the username.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so there's one underscore at the end. But I do stream on Twitch. I started back in May, so I'm still new to it.
Yep.
I don't have a proper schedule yet, but I think Monday mornings is what I'm going to aim for. I think that's when I get the most viewers. And
that's where I'm going to take time off my work to go watch you live, mate.
No, you don't.
What they say.
Appreciate it. I need people to talk to. It's just me breathing into the microphone, and occasionally swearing when I lose. But
no, nothing wrong. No, that's content right there, mate.
I'm not low tier god or anything, but yeah, especially fighting game focus, retro games, and occasionally I might do some art, digital art.
Yeah.
Something I like to do it. I might do that on stream occasionally. I can only go for 3 hours because that's how long it takes for the iPad to die. Because I can't connect the HDMI cable and the charging cable at the same time because there's only one port.
Is it not like a adapter that Paulie can sell you that has a pass-through for?
No, they don't work.
I've seen the
good.
adapters, and they're not that expensive. I just got to get around to actually buying one.
I know
I
with
just keep
some of them,
I keep forgetting.
some of them you gotta be careful with. I know that for sure. I know that some people have had a few issues on Amazon.
Yeah, I saw Apple actually sells their own brand, so I'll just go there and grab one. I think it's a bit more expensive, but I think I'd rather pay more for someone that actually works and doesn't blow up in my face.
You gotta pay that Apple Premium, mate.
The premium Apple.
Apple Premium for the same thing.
As if they were taking
piece of
away
hardware.
with the the Twitch subs and stuff as well.
Apple's worse than Twitch.
Yeah. And then Mr. Lincoln, where can we catch all the action for you, sir?
Twitch TV /Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
Somebody got me before.
If I remember to, I will put everybody's Twitch links in the description. Usually I forget, so I'll try to remember.
And I'm twitch.tv/PaulieQuan. Unfortunately, yeah.
The Paulie Quan.
Australia's failed streamer live on stream.
ANZ's #1 Ubisoft partner.
I wish. I wish they only gave me a nick. They didn't give me the rest of the stuff.
Oh yeah, I got. Where's my little?
He's showing off now.
Yeah,
there he is in the fashion.
Nex is the name.
Nex, yeah. It's Nux.
Nix.
Actually.
Wait, is it Nux or Nix?
Nix, Nix.
Nex. This is Nux.
There's Nux. Mr. Lincoln, do you need anything to show
buddy.
I don't have anything to show off either as well.
There's a couple other Nux on the shelf.
There he is. Hey, Coca-Cola Classic.
Are they paying you for that?
Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
They should pay you.
Sponsored by Juiced. Don't drink Coke, drink Juiced.
Hang on. I got this for you.
Fortnite.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for doing this tonight. That wraps up season 6, episode 7 of the MKAU podcast. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate y'all as well.
A lot of fun, guys.
Thanks for coming on as well. It's your first time me hosting and probably butchering it as well. So thank you for stopping by, guys, and we'll see everybody again.
See you next time.
See ya.
See you guys.
See ya.